John Bernard, welcome again to the University of Huddersfield.
Thanks for having me again.
You are the EMEA Dexcom Marketing Director. You have been for a couple of years now.
That's right, yep.
Well, I say, how's it been going? What has been your successes over the 2-year period?
So I think what's interesting, I moved from mobile phones, software, the world of browsers in Silicon Valley to healthcare. What I think's great, over the last 2 years, we work with a product that helps people with type 1 diabetes, a chronic condition that nobody asked for, nobody wanted. And one of the successes I think we can look at over the last 2 years is the mission of really helping to empower people who have diabetes has been tremendous, and we've helped get more patients, more consumers using the product and more availability of the product across Europe, the Middle East and Africa than ever before. And that's a wonderful thing for all of these people using that product. So I think that's probably the success over the last 2 years.
And from a marketing point of view, you're a marketer, you've won lots of awards. How easy is it to go from one product to a totally different product?
So I think a lot of the tenets of marketing are the same. So if you look at sponsorship, digital marketing, advertising, PR, they're pretty consistent, and you can relate them from one industry, be it automotive or software or phones, straight into healthcare. So I think so long as a lot of the levers are there, you can actually move into a different industry, any industry, even things like startups. And I think one of the challenges I had was healthcare was a market I really knew nothing about. AstraZeneca, Johnson & Johnson, I didn't really know companies like Glaxo, how they operated. But one of the things that was consistent with Dexcom is it's a mobile solution. And now we have 2 or 3 billion people globally using these things that hang in our pockets. Many more, the next billion online are coming in Africa and the emerging markets. And so there was a big parallel between taking that mobile marketing and applying it into an industry which was trying and is now really mobile, the healthcare industry. So some similarities and some learnings. And for me, I think the biggest learning was the industry, the products. And that's the biggest challenge for anyone going into a new industry. You don't know what happened 10 or 15 years ago. You don't have that legacy of history, but you soon catch up. You learn, you read things over the weekend, you talk to your consumers, your customers, you look at the competition, and that really gets you up to speed in a new industry fairly quickly.
And you talk about challenges. What challenges face Dexcom? You've been there 2 years. What's the next 5 look like for the company more than for yourself?
For the company, I think the big challenge is, so at the moment we really deal with people who have type 1 diabetes, which is between 45 and 50 million people globally. I think over the next 5 years, the challenge will be there are 400 to 500 million with type 2 diabetes. It's actually 1 in every 11 people. It's almost an epidemic of people who have type 1 or type 2 diabetes. And so I think for Dexcom as a company, that's going to be the next step. Having a product that will be something that will empower people who are both type 1 and type 2. So almost 1 in 10 people globally, not just in Europe, the Middle East and Africa, but globally. I think that's the exciting challenge for Dexcom as we move into the next 5 years.
The University of Huddersfield, inspiring tomorrow's professionals.